To see my favorite herbs for focus and mental performance, the best place to start would be to look at our focus chocolate. That's exactly what we've created this for. And cacao itself is certainly a great enhancer of cognitive performance in my experience. In a way that's not going to stimulate a feeling of nervousness and anxiety like coffee sometimes can, but really gives you a great feeling of nice energy and clarity. But beyond that, let's look at the herbs that are in that chocolate. So here we have lion's mane, we have ashwagandha, we have not rhodiola. I wanted to put that one in there, but it didn't quite happen. And then we also have cordyceps, and we have Siberian ginseng. And firstly, to touch on rhodiola, that's a great one for enhancing blood flow and oxygen flow to the brain. So it is just an incredible herb, and I wanted to put it in the focus chocolate, but the problem was that it was too overpowering flavor-wise. Some of these other herbs that we have in there, the ashwagandha, the cordyceps, these go so well flavor-wise with the chocolate. They have a little bit of an intense flavor on their own, but they mold really nicely in with the cacao flavor. Rhodiola, on the other hand, is a different flavor. It's actually delicious on its own, but it's more of a tart, almost heading in the direction of a bitter, tart, sweet berry flavor, even though it's not a berry. But it's a root, but it's a very different flavor, and it was overpowering the flavor of the cacao and becoming the dominant flavor in there, which isn't what I personally wanted for what I was trying to create. But rhodiola is a great herb for mental performance, but it's, I would say, definitely an equal. I wouldn't say it's superior to the other ones that are in there. It's just right up there as one of the elites. But cordyceps for oxygen absorption and utilization into the brain, into the rest of your body as well, into your blood, into your muscles, is fantastic. Cordyceps is a great herb for mental performance. And then also the Siberian ginseng was used to great success in extensive amount of Russian research on both physical and mental performance. Ashwagandha, great herb, decreasing stress but increasing alertness and energy and endurance. Great for the brain, both in terms of short-term mental performance and also long-term, as far as protecting the brain from some of the negative effects of things like traumatic brain injuries. And also it's been shown in research that in areas where you've had the neurites die off because of damage from heavy metals, ashwagandha actually helps them to grow back. And you see similar properties also in the research on lion's mane mushroom in terms of supporting neural regrowth and neural plasticity. So these are just incredible herbs. You know, often you see things to give you short-term performance, but then they end up leading to long-term problems. It's absolutely not the case with these, which is what I love about them, because you're having short-term performance enhancement and also protecting the long-term well-being of your brain. Now, a few other things to mention here. One would be caprylic acid, or C8. This is a form of MCT oil. When you buy MCT oil, it's usually part C8, part C10, and this is a fatty acid that you find in coconut oil. And in coconut oil, if you took like a cup of coconut oil, 16 tablespoons, and you pulled all the caprylic acid out of that, you would get 1 tablespoon of caprylic acid. And this is a particular MCT oil, or a particular MCT, a particular medium chain triglyceride, that is very easily converted by the body from that fat into ketones. So it gives your brain an alternative fuel source, so your brain can run as a hybrid rather than just running exclusively on glucose, and your brain does really, really well on these ketone bodies. And then going a little further outside the world of herbalism and nutrition, neurofeedback is amazing. Over the time and just the way our lives go, our brains can often, for a variety of reasons, fall into brain functioning patterns that are less than optimal. And neurofeedback does a lot of things. It helps with trauma, with PTSD, it helps with stress, but it also helps to organize and streamline the functioning of your brain to give you a better brain. And there's actually some indications that it can even help to improve IQ. And then, you guys know me, I'm always gonna bring sleep into the conversation. So, optimizing your sleep, everybody knows you're not your best. You're not even anywhere close to being your best after a poor night of sleep. And so make sure that you are getting 7 to 9 hours a night in bed, high quality, not having caffeine too late in the day, not relying on things like alcohol to help you sleep. And if you want to go, of course, deeper into this, send a question into the question box or look at some of the videos we've got on our YouTube channel. But optimizing sleep is key, absolutely key, when it comes to brain performance. Because all night, one of the primary things that's happening while you're sleeping is that your body is optimizing the brain. It's getting rid of things that you've experienced that you don't need to know anymore. It's called pruning of memories. So we experience a lot of stuff during the day. We don't need to remember all of it, and we can't remember all of it. So part of what your body does while you're sleeping is it sorts between the important things to remember that you're going to put in storage and what's not important that it can just throw out. And it's also helping you heal from traumas and helping you with emotional processing, all kinds of stuff that's going to make you a better thinker and a better human being the next day. So if you guys have enjoyed this, do me a favor, leave us a like below and also leave a comment. I'm curious to know what in here is maybe new for you, or what are your favorite things to do in your life to ensure optimal mental performance. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I would really appreciate it if you would also go and subscribe to our channel. We love being on this adventure with you and sharing all these fun health tips for optimal physical, mental, and spiritual performance. And I would love to be able to continue sharing them with you going forward. Have a beautiful day and look forward to seeing you again next time.